So, welcome back to more Path of Exile. So last time we left off, we just finished Act 5, and we just did one of the quests to actually gain a bunch of the skill gems, which is at Lily. She's supposed to be over here. I don't know why she's over there. Maybe at some point she'll get moved over. It's maybe part of a new quest line or something. But, let's go ahead and continue.
I can feel it.
So what we're going to do first is we're going to get the Eye of Conquest, which is a quest item. So pretty much just going to move from point A to point B. It's usually down and to the right in this area, and then eventually we'll come across a item. So these are for what's called heists. Oh, we need to get the marker too. Okay. And these are a new form of content that we can show off later. So what it is basically you run in and you steal items. And some of the items can be pretty good. Now, if you die during it, well, you lose your items. So there is kind of a risk-reward with the area, but are the rewards so good that... now we're going to go to the mud flats. But are the rewards so good that... it makes it worth it? There's other League mechanics, and every single season, sometimes they like do some sort of hidden update in terms of... the patch notes. Sometimes they will change certain things, and so this is why we need the eye. So we can't progress until we grab the eye. So we keep going until we find the queen. I'll show you what she looks like. So just go straight to the mud flats. It's in a strong box. It's always worth picking these strong boxes up. I actually like that they put these in and they show it on the mini map. Nice, we got a jump cutter's prism. Go collect all of those things. I wonder if there's a limit. Oh, this is the queen, by the way. See a unique monster. And she'll drop the quest item, and all we gotta do with that is take it over.
He did this to me.
So we see the Nessa. She was actually a NPC in Act 1, but now she's been turned into a mermaid. And hopefully we can get a couple more Chaos Orbs so we can maybe get our 5-link. Because as time progresses in Path of Exile, it gets cheaper and cheaper for items. So we can, right now we can already get a 5-link, which is awesome. And for about 10 to 20, you can usually get like a 6-link pretty easy. So last time I think we were getting some more HP. And if we want to move and get more HP, we're just going to continue over here. More HP, and there's more damage here as well. Man, we are just blazing through content, though. So this is like a giant circle that you gotta go around. Okay, so this is the next... Oh, wait, this is the area that we want to go to. Tukohama's Keep. So this is a boss. And he actually has his own mechanic. So his mechanic is... we fight him for a little bit. And he has this giant pillar in the middle, and it kind of spins around. It's super slow, though. What you can do to kind of cheese it is you go one direction, and then once it gets close, you just go to the other one. So it can't really ever... hit you. Like exactly what we're doing. See how we're kind of cheesing it? But once he uses the bubbles, he pops the bubble, you have to destroy the little totems. If you don't, then you can't damage him anymore. So that's his little mechanic. It's actually a really cool idea for a boss fight. I like it. Trying to step in any of the AoE, and basically, yeah, that's the boss. It's pretty easy. Oh, we're probably super clogged up on items right now. Let's get rid of all this garbage. I think this is some of our old gear, hopefully. This is all of the old gear, right? I think this is just all of our old gear. Okay. We just have a lot of like junk in here. And you can sell it to the NPCs, but usually they don't really give you anything that's like super good. I just wanted to pick up this quiver. See if it's any good. We have crit strike chance. We got some life, 1 resistance. Ideally, we want a lot of flat damage. Crit is not going to be good for us. But this is a brand new mechanic. So, what is this? This is called the Pantheon. So, how it works is there's a bunch of bosses that are special. If you kill them, you can basically kind of take their powers. And so with this guy, we have additional physical damage reduction when we're stationary. And then it goes up every second. And then if we capture Tahasin Warmaker, which is another boss, which is this is like super endgame content, we're going to be able to actually regenerate life. So that effect, since it's not in blue, we don't actually get that effect. But we're going to be able to choose which power we want. I'll show you the powers that I think are pretty much best for most people. And the powers that I think are the best for most players. Oh, we could talk to Sin over here too, but it doesn't really matter. The best ones, in my personal opinion, are getting immunity to being frozen, and also we get like reduced shock effect, and pretty much it'll make it so shock. Oh, there's oops, we don't need to click on the little thing. We're just gonna keep on going. Get the waypoint over here. So we just finished that quest, and that was one of the quests called the Father of War. And oops, where is it? Yeah, this one will give us a skill point once we finish it. And then now we're going to the lower prison. So now we're at the ridge. Oh, is that a unique or something? Oh yeah, Fleet Freak. It's kind of a funny enemy. He's a skeleton on a wheel, and he just kind of spins around like a Beyblade. What are we playing this league? Oh, so tower we are playing. Right now we're playing Lightning Arrow, but there are two new things to play around. There's an Elemental Hit new skill, and there's also a Ice Shot. So those are two new skills to play around with, which once we get some more currency, we'll test them out. I want to say Lightning Arrow is still probably going to be one of my favorites. I know a lot of people like Rain of Arrows for leveling. I personally prefer this, although we technically are playing Rain of Arrows, and that is because our boots will activate Rain of Arrows. Because we have a bunch of just free extra damage to our skills. Oh, that's a nice pair of boots. Actually. Oh, Chaos Orb, there we go. Later we'll add a more proper loot filter. Right now we just have like a default one. No awesome meme sounds. So now lower prison. So lower prison over here, we're going to actually be able to ascend with a Trial of Ascendancy. We need to find the Trial of Ascendancy, also the next zone. And we're going to find a familiar face in this one as well. Oh. So yeah, doors are kind of annoying in any action RPG, but in Path of Exile, what you're able to do. So that's where we're supposed to go. We're supposed to go to the tower. So now what we're going to do, since we know that that's where the tower is, we're going to try to walk in as much of an opposite direction as possible from that area. Oh, it's actually right here. Usually how it works, though, in most action RPGs is you walk in the opposite direction of the objective. This is Abyss, and what it is you touch it, it's a little green circle, and it kind of moves around, and you follow it, and it'll spawn in monsters from the Abyss. They kind of pop out, and sometimes you can get a really good item if you go underneath. There's like a belt that you can get, and the belt has a socket that you can put something in. It's actually really good. But how this kind of works is you just kill stuff, and you just progress. It's a pretty straightforward one, as far as like a mechanic. Oh, that's right, we need to get the Trial of Ascendancy. And it is actually all the way down here. So we were actually going the right way. It just has a little loop in it. But in some of the doors in PoE, you can move through them by using a mobility skill. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. We're just going to rush through it. If you do want to wait, you can wait for the little spikes. And so now we're going to go all the way around again, and we're just going to take the spikes. Oh, cool, we didn't actually get hit. That was just luck. But I recommend to not get hit by the spikes. That'd be a good thing to do. But you can just use your mobility skills, and usually you can breeze past them. It's kind of a mechanic where, because you can use your mobility skills, I feel like it kind of cheats the way it's designed. So that's the first one. So we only have to do 3 to get to the next ascendancy. Oh, whoops. Go this way now. Go back around. Love PoE. Nice. Same. I'm really excited about PoE 2 as well. Okay, let's go. Well, hello, Eminent. Oh, we actually walk back in the tower. Okay.
I'm not up to that just
collect that. Oh, is it over here? Oh, you know what? It's right over here. We also have a skill point to go and put in, but it's just going to be some extra life. Nothing too special. We can actually get more movement speed too. I actually really like getting movement speed. It's offensive and defensive. And also lets you go through the campaign as quickly as possible. Hello from Japan. Well, hello, Japan. Sorry, I don't know what your username is. I know a couple Chinese characters, but some of the Japanese characters are similar to the Chinese ones. But I only know a little bit of Mandarin in terms of reading. But what build are you playing? Person from Japan? No worries, Internet. Yeah, I know that the possess ID. It's a really weird thing that you can't just like get the. That's for like the builder thing. But yeah, in the path of building, when I showed it on stream, it just shows up as stars, so... Yeah. I think that sound is when a 4-socket 4-link drops. Which I need to like make the loop filter not do that. It's the default one, so... We'll do it eventually. Alright, so now we're coming to a boss, so more HP, yes. I want to get all the HP nodes. And evasion. So, like I said, we're going to find a familiar face. If you guys remember, Brutus from Act 1, Part 1 of our playthrough, he's actually been revived. And this is him. Oh, we need to throw on, whoops, where's Sniper's Mark? There we go. For the mouse. So it takes more damage. Oh my gosh, he is absolutely just getting melted. That is crazy amounts of damage. What we can also do for the Sniper's Mark, we can actually put Mark on hit. And it'll automatically do that for us, which is quite nice. But it lowers the potency of it. But it's still worth it. But I think we still need to get an upgrade on our gloves. So we can maybe do that with the 1 Chaos Orb that we have. Yeah, it'll be definitely something we can get. And we will do that. Maybe after this, because we just got the Chaos Orb recently. This glove, 1 socket, not going to be cut. Alright. Now we're done with him. I'll go to the Wardens over here. Get the crafting recipe and go to the next area, which is Prisoner's Gate. So we're going to get the waypoint, and once we're at the waypoint, we're going to go right back. Now this is optional. I just happen to have 1 Chaos Orb, so I want to buy another upgrade on gloves. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be attack speed in terms of like the upgrade. It'll be something with like attack speed, but we have a bunch of quests, rewards and stuff, so we're gonna go grab our skill point. So some of these will give you a reward. Now, we actually have like a pretty decent helm right now because it gives us life. But this one over here is a red, blue, green link. So as a reward, I'm taking this one and we can see if it's any good. But even if it sucks, since it's a red, blue, and green linked, I can get a chromatic orb by trading it to the vendor. It's a vendor recipe. So that's why I just selected that one. So what I'm gonna do now, so I'm going to go into Path of Building. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go to Import, find my character. Bam, import everything. And then I'm going to go to Skills. Make sure that this one is selected as full DPS. Go to Items, Trade. Again, this is optional, but I feel like our gloves could be way better for 1 Chaos Orb. And I don't know what level are we like, around 50? Let's double check. So we're 47, so I'll look for something about at that level. So 50, 1 Chaos Orb. Give me something. Let's see what we can get. So this item over here, while it's doing still search, it's taking its time. Looks like it's taking quite some time over here, but that's fine. It gave me the, oops, oh, it's on standard. Oh, we don't want that. We need to make sure that it's selected Necropolis. All right, hold on. Let's research. Okay, yeah, make sure Necropolis is selected, and then you can adjust the weight. I think it does like effective health 0.5, yeah. So let's go ahead and not import. Let's go search, and then find best. So yeah, max level 50, Chaos Orb, max price 1. Okay, there we go. And 6 alchs. Do I have 6 alchemies? I don't know if I actually threw in any of my currency here. So I have no orbs of alchemy. I think that would be like 1 point something chaos orbs. But this is 1 chaos orb. So this will give us 6% DPS, and on top of that, it'll give us some extra life. It's very mid at the end of the day anyways. Do I really want it? Well, it doesn't have evasion, so that would kind of mess up something that I want to have. But let's see if there's anything else that's got evasion. That would actually be a little bit better. I mean, most of this stuff, like this, is increasing my average damage by 6, 5. Oh, this one's actually pretty good. I don't think we need cold res, but this is giving us 50 life, 9% attack speed, double elemental damages. So this one would be good, but I'm not going to really waste a Chaos Orb on it. It's not going to be something as a huge upgrade. I could probably just save the Chaos Orb and get something much better later. So what I do want to do, though, I do want that... oh, you know what we could also do? Since I wanted to get some upgrades before going on. I want to go back to the library. So... in our Mana Forged Arrow setup to get our Frenzy charges, we have Frenzy, we also have Mana Forged Arrows. Ideally, we would also get something that has Life Tap, because that will make it so it costs less. But what I want to do also is get, we can get Mirage Archer support. So this will allow the Frenzy charges to basically go up to maximum at all times. I would also like to get Mark on Hit. So everything can be automated. So, it's Sniper's Mark, and then, yeah, Mark on Hit should be a support gem. So if you ever need to look up a gem, because like right now I need to, Mark on Hit support, we could go to the PoE wiki and find out. So if we just go over here, whoops, we would just go down, and Mark on Hit is obtained by Eternal Nightmare. So that's Act 4, or Fallen Grace from Lily. So we can go back to Act 6, which we were just at, and the Lily is way over here. And the quest that we did where we killed all of the enemies, that's what gives us... where the heck? Okay, this has to be bugged, because Lily should not be right here. I don't know why she is there. She's in 2 places. You see on the minimap, right? Could be a glitch. I don't know. But Mark on Hit is what we want. Oh, we don't even have an Orb of Alchemy, so we can't even get it. Alright, well, back to just playing the game. Is there a new patch? Yes, the new league just came out a day or 2 ago. So we're going to go back to Prisoner's Gate. Then we're going to be fighting another boss. It's going to give us another skill point. We actually don't need to upgrade Mirage Archer, though. I'm just going to do this. This way, we just get to get maximum frenzy charges. And it's great. I love it. It's free extra damage. What we could also do with this is just run another 6-link setup. That would be a cool option. 6-link Mana Forged. It'll be basically kind of like a 5-link, but we can get some damage. So what we're looking for at Prisoner's Gate is Valley of the Fire Drinker. This is the boss that we're looking for. Just gonna get some more HP. Here's what the tree looks like. Also, I've also included like a POB, which is like the website where you can kind of paste your builds. So this boss over here,
My mana is gone.
like if any of you guys get confused on the tree, every single video, just check the pin. There's like the build for every single like section that we're doing. So now what we're doing is we are fighting a boss. So in the first phase, you fight him for a little bit, then he goes away. And then you have to go to the next area. And if you need to refill your flasks, this would be the spot to do it. But our build's so good, it doesn't really matter. We're not really worried about that. This boss is going to be an absolute cakewalk. Okay. So now we can talk to the guy for our reward, but we're just going to keep it going. So now we have Nessa over here.
What are you doing? God drag you to damnation if you're going to stand by and let this happen to me.
Okay. Dash up. Okay. So I think it's actually going to be all the way down here. Like I said, usually objectives in action RPGs, one's way over here, one's way over there, and they don't make them like right next to each other. But we could actually probably get a pretty good upgrade on a bow pretty soon as well. Oh, big damage. So now we'll go to the Western Forest. We're going to be doing the next quest, which is the Puppet Mistress. We're just blazing through this. It's because we got so much movement speed. And our next... I'm going to pick up the rogue markers. And this is an optional thing that if you want to engage in it later, I'll show you guys kind of like a brief explanation of how some of these things work. But it's good if you need to get like a Chaos Orb. We'll see how much time we have by the time we finish this, and we can maybe do some optional content that is more relevant to this sort of level. Maybe get some currency too. Our golem died. Yeah, the golem's gonna die once in a while. It's usually on bosses where it will die, but gotta resummon him when it does happen. And we are not getting like any currency in the game. Like the jeweler's orbs. Get none as we're progressing here. Alright, so there should be 2 areas in this. Okay. So we could get the Riverways waypoint. Usually up and to the left is the one boss that we can kill, and that one boss will give us a skill point. And then the other route is to continue the main part of the campaign, but we do definitely want to get the skill points. It's always going to be worth it. Ah, here we go. Perfect. We got the waypoint. So yeah,
I'm
left
not up to that just yet.
will usually be the boss. Yep, here it is. Perfect. Perfect. So we're going to go to the wetlands. We talk to Einhar, so come with us. But we're just here for the boss. But any strongbox that you see, I would always open it. But if it is unidentified, just know that you could get unlucky and it freezes you and then it explodes and then you're dead. But we're playing softcore, so I don't even think we died yet. Alright, we haven't died yet, but it's totally okay if you die. This is a really hard game. So yeah, from wetlands we go to spawning ground, and there's a boss. So how this boss works, to actually fight him, you have to kill these little eggs here, these little nests. So you kill 3 nests, and then he gets mad and he comes out. So the nests are gone, and we got Einar helping us. I think they do chaos or poison damage here. Poison, I believe, is chaos anyways. So, even though what's our chaos res here? It's negative 30, don't worry about it. Our resistances will go negative in chaos, and for the campaign, it doesn't matter too much. There's only like a handful of things. But later in the end game, yeah, you definitely want to get all your resistances up. But killed the boss. Now we're going to go back. We're going to go talk to some NPCs, get our skill points. So we'll go ahead and talk to Sin over here. What is it? Bestel Tarkly.
Farewell.
There we go, Bestel. There we go, and boom. 2 more skill points. And with this over here, even though we are already moving super fast, if you want more survivability, the evasion mastery to get more evasion, that's fine too. I actually just really like this one. Get more movement speed if I haven't taken damage recently. I'm going to grab all of these health points. If you ever need more life, just type in the word life. If you want more damage, the correct thing, instead of just getting like elemental damage, because this is totally an option too, but you'll get way more damage if you actually grab yourself 2 additional arrows. So we're eventually going to get this anyways, but we're going to get this, and then we're also going to grab this. So 2 of these will have additional arrows, and what we're going to do with that is then we're going to remove the support gem that we have right here called the volley support. You can run volley, or you can run greater multiple projectiles, or lesser. Doesn't really matter too much. I personally prefer volley. It's just the way that it works. The other one spreads the shots a lot more. And for some skills, some are better. The reason why I like this one is it's better against bosses. Now, the difference is so small, it doesn't matter, so. I believe you also get volley earlier on. Oops. Let's see what these things have. Oh. Huh, that's weird. You don't even, like, it doesn't even say it drops anything. So, our rewards for going to, like, the graveyard thing, we're just making the monsters harder. We don't really get too much of a benefit off of it, to be honest. Again, at this point, like, the rare items are worse than rares that you would just have drop on the ground. I'm not even picking them up. But, super late in the game, I'm sure that that thing will be good. Most of the time, Path of Exile's new league mechanic will let you craft some, like, crazy stuff. But the problem that I have with it is it's not 100%. Like, it's like, oh, you have a, 50% chance to do this, but it's still better than nothing, but still can feel very rough at times. More HP. But yeah, movement speed is king for the campaign. Do I play D4? Yeah, I do play Diablo 4 as well. Waiting for the PTR, which starts in just a couple days now. Very, very excited about next season. I feel like next season will be really good with Diablo. Like, at least so far what was shown off, really hyped up about it. But I hope also that I can keep myself entertained in Diablo, honestly, past like a couple weeks. Because usually within like a week or two, I'm almost done, man. Like, they haven't even shown off the new season mechanic yet, which is pretty amazing, right? Because we know that we're getting, new content. Like, there's going to be new legendaries and stuff. But there's a new crafting system that would be kind of cool. But Path of Exile's crafting systems are usually more advanced. Diablo's, the tempering, where it has tempering quality and I think it's better than nothing for sure, but I still think that I want like really cool crafting. Diablo 2 still has better crafting. I mean, you have certain like crafting recipes where you can guarantee like, a craft, but Diablo 2 also is pretty painful without a loot filter. I mean, you can download loot filters, people have made them. Alright, but let's go now to the Cavern of Anger. So pretty much we're just trying to run to the boss. Make sure you pick up the black flag. This is important for something. Oh, this is our first Delirium. So what a Delirium Mirror is, you walk in, it'll make all of the screen kind of gray. It's going to make it also harder. But we're going to get rewards at the very end. And our rewards are on the bottom left. So these are fragments. Oh, this is Expedition. Another new mechanic has just appeared. But as you kill more, things are going to get harder and harder. See, we're taking actually a lot of damage. Need some more armor. Oh, we got a shrine. This will be very helpful. There we go. So just keep going. We'll talk about those other fragments, what we just picked up later.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Not actually sure what that thing was. It was like locked off. Season 3 was your first season, Diablo? Ah, I gotcha. You like the way this game looks? Oh, yeah. This game is free, too, so if you're playing on PS4... I don't think we can interact, though, if it's PC and PS4. Like, for Path of Exile. I know with Diablo you can. Alright, so now we have a passive point to put it in. At this point, we could look up more evasion. I know that there's more evasion down here with also some more movement speed. I love movement speed. And there's actually another one where we get some extra spell suppression. We can actually kind of get some spell suppression now. Eventually, it's more, I would say, useful in like the later stages of the game. But another thing that you can get if you need to get extra strength or int, that is an option over here. But there's also more HP. I'm just going to go get more HP up until I feel like I need more damage. I'll probably end up swapping my bow before grabbing these, but that's also another option. If I want to run some dungeons for Diablo, oh, well, thanks. I appreciate it, Justin. We can maybe play sometime, Kappa. But right now we're playing PoE, so a different game. Oh, wait, I just noticed some of these actually have shrines. This is actually new. These enemies actually have shrine effects. Oh. This could be actually very deadly on some elites. But like I said, I'm not really paying attention to the modifiers on the next areas that we're going to. I'm just going as fast as possible. Alright, we haven't died yet. Everything's been pretty easy and smooth. On this next boss, ideally we want lightning res. Well, our resistances are really bad right now. We need to get some more resistances. Specifically, lightning res would be good. I think like lightning and cold is what we actually kind of need. Gosh, that thing is so loud. Yeah, our resistances are very scuffed now. As you get into next like acts, I think as you progress in Path of Exile's campaign, like you start getting negative resistances, just like in Diablo on the higher world tiers, you get negative resistances. But we can fix that pretty easy. We can get gloves that have more resistances, and we can go maybe use that one Chaos Orb to kind of fix that right after we kill these enemies, because I kind of want to finish this part.
I'm not up to that just yet.
So this goes all the way around, and we can go up to the top. Oh, there we go. Dash through it. There we go. So how this works is we have to stand inside the circle for this thing to move. It's not so bad for our build because we're ranged, but melee builds, it's no good. Love getting these free frenzy charges though, it's excellent. We could even run like what is that? Hypothermia and frostbite. It's another option. So you just gotta stand inside the circle. If you move away, it will actually go backwards, so just stay in it. Unless you're playing melee, this is like no big deal at all. Only sucks when you're playing melee because sometimes you have to go outside of the little circle because it's a ranged enemy. But it's pretty easy. See, everything just dies instantly. But yeah, we definitely need to get some more resistances. That's why we're taking so much damage. So basically just, we need all the resistances. Except for, again, don't worry about Chaos Res during the campaign. Not a big deal. So I'm trying to think of what areas we can get resistances in. Because our quiver I don't think is necessary right now. Like, it gives us some small damage, but it's much better to cap out on the resistances. But we only have one Chaos Orb. Ooh, something almost killed us right there. It was a close call. So now we're going to go ahead and do that. And then a NPC will come out. And then we can get even more HP. There's actually this other thing. I think we get like 4 to all the elemental resistances, which I don't really want it. So if you just type in the word resistances, you can find other resistances as well. But there's not, I think, too many over here. There's a lot more on the left side of the tree. But yeah, as far as resistances go, there's like elemental penetration, which penetrates the enemy's resistances, but we want resistances. And there really isn't too much that you can grab, unfortunately, on this side of the area. Because like, we could put some points over here, but it's 4, 8, another 10. But I don't really think it's worth it. We're just going to go up here, and we're going to get this extra life when we can. So now we're going to go talk to Whalem, and we're going to sail to the Brine King's Reef. And what we're going to do for this boss fight, we're going to do a quick little shopping after we get the waypoint, because I want to get some more resistances if we can. So the spot that I think we can definitely improve on in terms of resistances is going to be our gloves. So ideally, I get as many resistances as possible. So lightning res and cold res are the two ones that I would be looking for. So I'm just go to Path of Exile and go to the trade website, and we're going to go ahead and go for some gloves. So gloves, and we're going to double check on our level. So we are level 51, so we can go for 51. So level requirements max 51. And this one I'm not going to go higher because I want these like now for the boss. So what we're looking for is resistances. So total percent of resistance. Make sure it says pseudo, but yeah. And just we could just hit search. We're on gloves, right? Ideally, I want it to have evasion because I want to get something later that will require it to have some sort of evasion. And then we just want total resistances. We also need to put in that we only want to pay 1 chaos orb. All right. And now we have cold, fire, lightning. So this is okay. This one is fire, lightning. We want cold and lightning. So if I wanted to, I could put that it has to have cold, and then it has to have lightning. And there we go. And the minimum at least 1, right? Let me go to total resistances, and then bam. This one over here, the guy's AFK and only has 12 lightning, but it has like other good stats on it. You know what? For now, we're just gonna forgo the evasion, and the reason why is I might be able to get something much better. Let's see if we can get something much better. This one gives us cold, fire, and then it gives us fire and lightning. We have physical damage converted to lightning, which is actually not bad because it's some sort of elemental conversion, so we do benefit off of that. So that's not too bad. Let's see what else we can get. I'm gonna kind of push my luck over here. So this one is cold, fire, light. Okay, that was the AFK guy. Oh, that's not bad. You know what? Let's just go get this. Well, it only has 1 socket, and I don't know if I don't have the other currency to change the sockets. So let's see what else we have. We have cold, lightning, and then it's got fire. It's got some life. This one's totally fine. I would prefer to have more sockets because I just want to run that mark on hit. But it's fine. It's not a big deal. Honestly, just to get us like pretty much res capped, that'll be great. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this for 1 chaos orb, and hopefully he will respawn. All right. But yes, Chad. All right, that guy's AFK. It happens. Go next. Cold, lightning. It's got fire. It's got some damage. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can pick up these. Make sure that it's on Necropolis. Yes. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't glitched. Sometimes though. Oh, there we go. Crispy Splitter. What was that game that said Crispy Critters? I think that was like Atomic Heart. That was a pretty fun game. But now this might be worth something we can trade. So we're gonna go to his hideout, click the little swirly thing, and then trade. And yeah, we're gonna always make sure it's the right item. But again, it's like 1 chaos orb. It doesn't really matter too much. And then there we go. Boom. Oh, now unfortunately this one is a blue. Now I needed it to be green, so I could. Let's see. Do I have anything else? I could just move it over. Let's see. We're going to go back to Act 6 because we're at the end. So this one is armor. So the chances of it being a green are actually quite slim. So what this means is that I need to basically move this to be either... Let's see, what can we move it to? If this, I guess, if I wanted to change colors, these don't even need to be linked. So we are using Sniper's Mark. Let's see if I can convert this to a red, because then I can move one of these over and then just link it like that. Ideally, I would have a Jeweler's Orb, and you can always go to the NPCs, and some of the NPCs will have different things. So like if I needed a Jeweler's Orb, this one costs 2 alterations. So maybe we'll just try to get more sockets in this. So we got 2, we got 1. All right, well, let's go buy another like... Okay, there we go. 3 is pretty solid. I'm going to be pretty satisfied with this. So what I'm going to do now is these 2 red ones, I'm going to move them over here. Because that's going to be a much better RNG investment. So this one has a high chance because it is armor and evasion, and it'll have a high chance for specifically getting... I have to move some stuff out of the way. Let's go put some stuff in the stash. We'll sort it out later. But we don't need this anymore. In fact, we can just throw this away. So we're going to have to remove the gems. But this will have a high chance for green as well as red. So we want as many greens as possible. This would be kind of nice because it lets me have Sniper's Mark potentially. But then I'd be stuck not being able to use the other one. So I want more greens. So we could actually mess this up completely. Oh, it's no good. I only have 3 chances left. Oh, I got really, really lucky. So I'm going to throw Grace in there. Sniper's Mark. Well, I'm going to put Sniper's Mark here. And then I'm going to put Mark on hit support. Which we needed an Orb of Alchemy. Which I don't know if this NPC sells it. You just type it in. And then it'll cost 1 Orb of Regret. So we're going to take this. And then we're going to go to Lily. And now we can get our Mark on hit. Cool. Perfect. So we have Mark on hit linked to Sniper's Mark. And then this way it automatically casts Sniper's Mark. I don't even have to worry about that anymore, which is great. And then, where's my dash? I don't think I have it. But we can still level up Second Wind. It's better than nothing. Oh, you know what? I want dash because we don't have dash in our build. Okay, perfect. If I had an extra like link here, I would want Second Wind. So remember, I can get two charges of dash. This one over here doesn't really matter. If I really want to, sure, I can throw in Clarity to get extra mana regen, but I don't really have too much mana to begin with. Like, as in, I already have a bunch of it reserved. But if I had some extra room. All right, so now what's our resistances looking like? For cold and lightning, we're at 54 and 45. So our resistances are still not necessarily perfect, but that might just be okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that actually up there. We can check. This is fire. This is lightning. This is fire and cold. What we need is lightning. Let's see. I think we already spent our Orb of Regret on... Oh, you know what? We have this. So what we're going to do... this is actually good because we're still really fast on time here. So we have 2 of the Gem Cutter's Prism. I'm going to check if we can get 1 Chaos Orb for this. And then we can just buy a ring that just happens to have like the resistances we need. And then we'll be a-okay. So we're going to go ahead and try to do that. So let's go check if we have it. And again, you can look at any of the things. Maybe you have a bunch of chromatic orbs. You maybe have a Chaos Orb and that's totally fine. Or alchemies, that's fine. Or you can go to the NPC, trade some other currency for an Orb of Alchemy. You can't get Chaos... You cannot get Chaos Orbs from the NPC. There is like a vendor recipe, but anyways, let's go ahead and do this. So what we're going to look for is I'm going to put the currency I want, which is Chaos Orb, and the currency I have is Gem Cutter's Prism. And so 2 Gem Cutter's Prism equals 1 Chaos Orb. So we're going to go ahead and contact. These later should be actually 1-to-1, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's a very small amount of currency. And so we're going to go down the list and see if we can get someone to sell us 1 for 2. So if they don't respond, it's totally fine. Just keep on clicking the next one until someone responds. It's kind of annoying that this is how trade works, though. Like, legitimately. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So we get 1 Chaos Orb. So some people, what they do is they know that certain things will go up, so they'll just hoard and they'll get a bunch of these. Okay. And they'll be able to make a profit in the long run. Basically, he's going to be able to double up his money. But again, it's just such a small amount. Unless you're just buying an insane amount, it's probably not going to be a viable option. Now what we can do is we can go to ring. I can go find me the best ring for 1 Chaos Orb, level 51. Boom. It's going to do the weights for us, and let's see how much it increases. 14 damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any HP, but that was a kind of nice ring. But ideally, I would much rather have the resistances. But what I can do with this is I can copy this link over here, and it'll give me all the item weights. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the filter here and remove like the physical... I'm going to remove a lot of the implicits, because the reason why I removed some of them is because I can't type in so much. The game will actually not let you search with so many things. So like minimum frenzy charges, projectile, like these things I know that we're probably not going to get on this sword ring or like the max energy shield. Like I don't need that really to roll on the item, even though it does have like some sort of weight. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in and I'm going to type in, oh, the game crashed. Oh well, that's not a big deal. So let's go ahead and load up one more time. But that was Path of Exile crashing, not because we were trading. It's just coincidence, game crashed. Whatever. So what does Frenzy do? A Frenzy charge will give you more, here, I'll actually just go to the wiki. It's basically just more damage. You can have, by default, it is 3. So it's going to give you more attack speed and more damage and more cast speed. Really good stat to have. Let's go to Necropolis, go bam, and then... Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to check the resistances one more time. Some builds, though, you do need to go outside because your build will get buffs. So right now we do not need fire res, so just cold and lightning resistance. So cold res. It could be pseudo. Always do pseudo. Cold res. Lightning res. And at least like 15 on each. There we go. 1 chaos orb. Boom. And then I'm going to click on some. So it at least has those results. So let's see. This one's got... Regenerate life per second is not a bad stat at all. Ideally, what I'm trying to push for is something that also has HP. But this is pretty nice to give me all these damages here, too. So this is going to be an increase on damage. And this is going to give us pretty much capped out on resistances. Now, I'm looking at the one that also has, like... oh, this one has 25 life. What's the other one? 185? This one's what? Oh, it's 16 to all res. Okay, and it's got some energy shield, too, and life. This one's actually pretty nice. I'd say there's not really any bad stat on it. Even though I don't use energy shield, it's still like it's almost basically life. It's just that it won't scale the same. So for 1 chaos orb, this one, that's what we have, right? Yeah, that's what we have. So we're just gonna whisper and grab this real quick, and hopefully we can get it. If not, it's not a big deal. This isn't like anything that's super, super rare. Oh, he responded. Perfect. We'll go to his hideout and get it. Grab this item. And ideally, yeah, it's good to always try to cap your resistances. Which one we're going to replace? Let's see. Perfect. So this one gives us, what, 31 life. This one's giving us 2 damage and life. Oh, they both are giving us life. Well, we don't really need the accuracy rating. Oh, actually, hold on. I need to actually check. Oh, he's not giving us extra HP, right? Because remember, our accuracy must be higher than our HP. So our accuracy right now, that's important to check. So our accuracy rating is 2.6. Oh, okay, so we're still good on that. So like even if I lost the 71, we're totally fine on that. So this is what, this was so giving us strength. This one has 2 life rolls. I'm going to keep the 2 life rolls, and I'm going to swap with this. Then bam, our resistances are almost capped. We could use a little bit more lightning resistance, but I'm not going to penny pinch right now for that. Let's go ahead and fight the final boss, because kind of got sidetracked. But it's important to learn how it's like some people get like the resistances. Make sure we activate our buffs again. Do this. So that way I can just see them visually here. If I did have some extra room, like another red, I would put like a steel skin or something on, which wouldn't be bad. But we can go ahead and do this. So if I accidentally left click, it'll still summon an artillery ballista. But now we're going to be fighting the final boss of the act over here, which is going to be the Brine King. We probably also got some extra damage here too. It's right there. Our gems just leveled up right before the boss. But yeah, the Mana Forged arrows allow you to get like the free frenzy charges, so it's really great that now pretty much all the bow builds can oh, I can't pick this up. Oh, I'm frozen. Wouldn't let me pick up that item. I don't know if it's because we were frozen. Was that what made that sound? Oh, okay. Drop. But you see now how like I don't even have to put Sniper's Mark on it. It just automatically does it. It's great. It has a little bit less effectiveness when it automatically casts, but I think overall it is worth it. Do I have Steel Skin? Oh, what's Vitality, Summon Stone Golem? Oh, that stone golem is about to level up. But another thing that we could upgrade with our build currently is our quiver. Or maybe the amulet? No, you know what? The amulet I think is going to be pretty good because it gives us the int. I might need it for something. Let's see. No, we're good. Easy way to find out if it breaks your build. Just, you know, you can remove it. So, she actually lied to us. She's actually the Brine King. So yeah, she was you can see that she's got her, something's attached to her head. They think that the Brine King might be controlling her or something. She's like actually a puppet. But here's the boss. Final boss of this act. It's a pretty easy boss fight, to be honest. It's just, you just have to know how the mechanic works. One of the cooler looking bosses in the game for sure. So in this phase you can't attack. The waves will come down. You basically have limited space. It's kind of hard to see, to be honest. But you don't want to stand in the giant like white circle like lightnings that come down. That's pretty much it. There's a couple times where it'll slam, but this is the back of it. You just stand on the back and it usually can't really get you. It's just kind of slow. Golem's about to die, so we will resummon Golem. Golem, though, resummoning it, be careful when you resummon it because we don't have a lot of cast speed. So if you're casting it, you can get kind of stuck in that animation for a while. Should be the final one. And the boss is almost gone. Oh, it's almost gone. Oh, he dropped a Chaos Orb. Let's go. And we got a 2-stone ring. That's awesome. And we could definitely use a better bow at some point, like after we get either the chain or we get the additional arrows. This one's not very good though. We can get a much better one. So now we got a bigger Pantheon. Oh, I forgot to put my face cam on, but it's fine. We just use this one right now because we don't have any other one. I actually really like this one over here where Life Flasks gain chargers if you haven't used them. But it doesn't really matter too much. The one I like to get later is like the shock one. Golem leveled up, and now we get to sail to the next area, the next act. All right, so what are we gonna do with our Chaos Orb? Should we get extra resistances? It doesn't really matter too much. I mean, it is 15 extra resistances for lightning that we are missing. But is it that big of a deal? Nah, I would say it's fine. We can still get through the campaign. So what would I buy personally right now if I had like just one Chaos Orb? We could actually look for a much better bow. So if I was to go to weapon, find best, I mean, I'm sure that there's something way better for this price. Let's just hit execute and see if they're how much more damage it's going to give us. So this gives us 93% additional damage. It's literally just because it has a high number. Now, is that actually going to give us double damage? Not necessarily, because chain is so dang powerful that it does give us a huge boost, but I literally don't benefit off of the multiplier, and we could definitely swap because very soon we're going to be getting the next class ascendancy, and right now I feel like it's totally okay to keep this item. This item was like, look, I think we played 1 or 2 alchemies for this. Still a very good item. Still can use it. In fact, there are some people that really like this item because there's very few items in Path of Exile that will give you what's called chain. Now, with our Deadeye Ascendancy later, we can just straight up get chain. Now, we only get +1, but it's kind of cool because how it works is the projectiles also can chain when it hits walls, the terrain. So that can be kind of a cool thing to go ahead and do as far as a mix-up goes as well. Especially when you get a boss, and eventually we can get knockback on crit, and what you can do is you can keep on hitting bosses. Now, it doesn't work against like these super endgame bosses. Basically, like they're called pinnacle bosses, but against a lot of the map bosses, you can shoot them into the corner, and then basically all of the arrows, because you're gonna shoot a bunch of them, will just start chaining off the walls and get way more damage. It's actually a pretty cool strategy to do as well. But if you want to upgrade, the bow could be upgraded with our build, and looking at other things that could be maybe changed. This thing, I love this thing so much. I think this thing is one of the best things in the game until we get like a really good Stygian vibes with a bunch of life and stuff. But there's nothing that's going to give you that amount of like damage, press resistances. It's just absolutely crazy up until the end. But yeah, this is totally fine too because we're still in the campaign. So I'd say if I was to look at an upgrade, it'd be a massive one on bows. We can actually start looking at also items that we could want to use later. Sometimes you can find, it's not super common, but you can find relatively good 5-link bows, or you can look at body armors. So we can just go to bow. Now, I think you can also do this in this thing, but it's not as good to do it in here. So what you could do, if I wanted to import a bow, I think we can do this. So we do find best, and then links. We could do 5 links. Oh, I didn't need to put my price over here because this is yeah, we don't have 4 divines yet. So we're gonna put in 1 chaos sword and then 5 links, and we're gonna see if we can get maybe a 5 link. This might be possible to get a 5 link for 1 chaos. Over here, oh, here's a 5 link. Now it's corrupted and the sockets are red, red, blue, blue, blue. So this is gonna be basically a no-go for us. But if it's corrupted, oh, these are just blue, blue, blue. Okay, this would be totally fine. So this one gives us a massive amount of damage, and it's got a 5 link. So not only will we get 67% more damage, but we will also get another socket. That extra socket will give us way more damage as well. Now the crit multi, it may register in the game that we are getting that crit multi. However, that crit multiplier doesn't actually apply to us because remember, we can't actually deal crits. So that is something that you'd have to manually factor in. This one would, no, it's got like colors that we don't really want. Let's see if we can get, I think this one will be pretty good. It's 6 because it's going to sort it by the amount of damage. So I think that this one will be pretty good. And this is only 1 chaos, so we can go and whisper. So when you click on this, unlike the Tread website, it doesn't automatically do it. So I'd have to copy and paste it over here. And sometimes it'll be in another language, but don't worry. This game doesn't have like regions where it's locked. You will be able to go to their region. So hopefully we can get this. If not, it's not a big deal. There's not really anything else that like looked really, really good. So sometimes if there's not a good item, you can just literally wait for the next day or whenever that something pops up. So this would be more ideal over here. This is another 65. So what does it have? Crit strike chance on the implicit. Accuracy rating is good. Life per hit is good. Light radius is memes. Don't worry about that stat. This is like, I think, the last one. That's good. This is a 65 because then oh, that's like hit DPS. Okay, so this one could be okay too. Okay, so let's go to this one and whisper this guy. Because again, sometimes people don't whisper. Is this the same guy? No, okay. Sometimes, again, usernames look similar if it's in another language and you don't know the language. So, try him. And sometimes what happens is people just don't want to respond because either they sold the item and it hasn't updated, or what can also happen is they don't want to be bothered because they're like, the item's so low. This one is not corrupted, so I'd have to re-roll to get the correct color because it doesn't have a red one. Remember, we do want it to have red. Ideally, I'd have it have all of the colors linked. The little equal sign means that it's linked if you have this program, but this is just another tool. You can just go to the Path of Exile Trade website and sort by DPS. That is another way to do it, but this one is tactically way better. This one has a lot of colors that we don't want. Okay, so, I mean, our damage was basically one-shotting everything anyways, and with the bosses, it may take like a minute, and that's kind of like normal. You don't expect to one-shot all the bosses in the game until you're really far into the game. But sometimes, legitimately, and this is a good thing that we weren't able to get an item. Sometimes you just don't get an item. You got to check back later. You got to get more currency to get something a little bit better. But that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for Part 6, Act 6. We basically just did a little bit of shopping towards the very end. And we'll do Act 7, Part 7 very soon. But if you guys enjoyed it, drop a like and well. I'll see you guys on Act 7 very soon.